Yes. No. No, I'm homeless. Right now, I'm in a facility for people with severe mental health. It's not a closed facility, but so I can walk out whenever I want to. But if I do, then I'm going to be in the streets, and then there's not going to be any service with. I'm not going to have access to my nurse anymore, and like that. So no, it's not. It's huh? No, it's very, very violent. It's very violent. So um, that's yeah. There's not going to be any where that I can get into a situation that is not compromised because I've been, I don't have any money to move into a regular place, so I have to be in this supportive housing, and otherwise they'll arrest me and they'll take my service dog away, and I use her for supportive balance instead of a walker. So it's they have they have a soft spot on me, like when they tell homeless people to get into. Have you heard of Project Room Key? Uh, well, it's something that Governor Newsom started when he realized that he could make as much money out of homeless people as he does out of prisoners. So they set up these motels and they forced us into it, like when we're in the street. And then most people, they don't care if they go in somewhere, unless it's not too violent. But if you have a service dog, then they use that against you because they say they're going to take the dog away unless, because then they have to arrest you for something that they make up. I can't get into it, but I'm just really stressed out. So I don't want my batteries to run out in the phone because I have this old phone. And I just want us to get on with the hearing, because when you do a court um, lawsuit that I did, that I won against Andrew Saul, and bless his heart, I hope that there's going to be some effective collateral damage control now that he's gone. Um, just like when you do that, everything is published online. So you can go in online and read everything about my private life and who I'm living with and blah, 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 everything that I have to submit to the court so they know the way I live. And then I won that. And then the errors from the past uh, law judges, Hoffman and oh my God, what's her last name now? The other one, Sally Reason, the most unreasonable one. Okay, they I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm still alive. My partner's not. I had COVID last year too. And it's, for me, I'm just like, me and my service dog, we can live on the general relief and the food stamps. It's like 430 a month. We can live on that because I don't have, it's like not a lot of food and stuff, but then I get given dog food, and my orthopedic doctor helps me with if I would have to take her to the vet or something like that. So, it's not, this is not important to me anymore. The humiliation and everything you have to go through with social security is not important anymore. But the DPSS, the social services, they don't want to keep me on general relief forever, so that's why I have to keep this case open. But in my life, I've been disabled since 2011, and in everybody else's world too, except from the Social Security Administration. So, and then the evidence that we submit, nobody wants to look at. My treating physicians that are with LA County, nobody wants to listen to. They want to submit an old shoulder X-ray instead of the MRI that I went through on December 24th, 2015. Yeah, my last representative was dismissed by Susan Hoffman, and I was forced to use a representative because I've been on this case for so many years. The DPSS forced me to use health advocates, and they pretty much just messed up the case for 2 years longer. So I'm representing myself, and I speak for myself, and praise the Lord that I still have a brain, intact enough to be able to handle this myself. No, if you had looked a little bit in my case, you can see that I have agoraphobia too. So I don't have like to have a lot of people involved in my life. So when you get into a permanent supportive housing like this now, you have to sign a lot of paperwork, and then they take copies of your driver's license, your social security card, your paperwork, your everything. And then mental health has asked them now, the volunteers that are here in this facility, to step back from my case because I already have my support team, and it's not helping when they are coming telling me how to speak, telling me how to act, and it's like that. That's because I I don't have, it, please go on. I'm sorry. Andre. What's that? Yes, 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 I have. I doubt that that's necessary because all these three doctors, my orthopedic doctor, my nurse at South Bay Mental Health, and then my primary physician at Morningside and Hawthorne, all three of them have been writing letters for years to Social Security regarding my case, and it's just been dismissed by the judges. So there's no point of getting to what they're saying because it's not important. You can just look at the MRI because those kinds of injuries don't heal on their own. And then the osteoarthritis that I have all up and down my spine, that is also like in the rest of the body. It's no cure for that. So that is just like, even if that was done in 2015, it's just gotten way worse now. And the stress makes it even worse too. So it's like I can keep running to the doctors, but especially now with COVID, I've had a lot of phone contact, and they've just been doing um, all they can to accommodate and to have the least contact and stuff like that. On the contrary to the facility volunteers here that just want to be so intimate, so they manhandle patients and stuff here. Yeah, of course. But why? It's the same doctors, the same nurses, and they don't have any credit. So, mm, when we got forced into this now, last year, when we got forced into this Project Room Key, they have nurses there that come and knocks on your door 3 times a day. And if you tell them that you have something wrong with you, like I had a concussion for a while, so I couldn't get to the store and get just regular aspirin, and then they come and they open the door, like, when, because you're not allowed to have keys to your room, so they can open the door from the outside with a key card at any time. And when you have a dog then that's not on the leash inside, it's like they come, and I can't get up fast enough when they come and they're going to do their inspections, because my legs are not working like that. I have to stretch first when I'm laying down. I forget the question, but it's I yeah, okay, so those people, those nurses and everything, you have to lie to every day, because those at those times when they came and I asked for the report and I couldn't stand up because I was in too much pain, then they reported it further. So you always had to try to stand up so that you didn't have more drama, and they could have nurses and people running in and out of your room in the middle of COVID. It's crazy like that. So I had to lie to all these people for the past year. I just say like everything is okay, everything is fine, because otherwise they're gonna come and harass you more and more and more and more. But the people that know that everything is not fine, besides these people, and these are people, nurses that are, I think, from LA County too. So they were supposed to be. That's Scott Telford. Scott Telford at South Bay Mental Health. Karen. Yeah, I think that I still wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Scott. No, I haven't been seen there, but I've been in contact with them, and now they have recently moved. But so I haven't been to that new facility. But the doctor there, Dr. Lou, he has also been working at the hospital during the epidemic, so the pandemic or whatever. Sorry, so that he didn't want to make too many visits to the clinic when he was working with like severe cases in the hospital, and just uh, contaminate everything. So, and then my case is like, I'm not getting any better. It's just like, uh, it's just like trying to survive, basically. Okay, so that's him. That's Dr. Lou at the Morningside, and then it's Karen Theophil, and she's at the um, orthopedic department at the Martin Luther King Jr. Outpatient Center in Watts. Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, no, not right now. No, I really don't care about privacy. I've been living in the streets for 5 years, and then you have to pee sometimes. Pull your pants down and pee in front of people that you don't know because they're otherwise you're going to pee in your pants, and you have to. So it's no. I don't. Privacy doesn't exist in my vocabulary anymore. Yeah, you want to protect yourself, but it's like you guys protect yourself so much so that people are dying out here. So we clearly see who's important and who's not. Yes. No. Yes. Of course it is. It's a family member. Because I'm so in so much pain in my back, and then it radiates down to now. It's been my left knee lately, and then I have inflammation in my right shoulder at the moment. So it's just like um, a lot of pain, and then I feel like when I'm around a lot of people, I have to act like I'm not in pain because otherwise it's unbearable to see somebody just squirming and, like complaining and everything. So that takes a lot of effort. So I don't really socialize with people at all anymore. And no, not we. No, it's because I have osteoarthritis now that's spread all over my body. So even if I would go in and fix that disc, there are more damage that have been done since. I told you I have a service dog that I use for balance instead of a walker. What's that? For balance? Oh, because if I have a cane, I have a hard time holding on to the cane because of my I have damage to my tendons and my muscles in my arm. So that's why I can't grip anything with my hands like that and hold on to. So if I have a cane and then I lose my balance, the cane's not going to help me. But if I have a dog that's solid, big enough, like 50 pounds, that I can hold on to the leash, then I say 8 out of 10 times I don't fall because of that when I lose my balance. Because if I don't focus on my legs all the time when I walk, then they fall. My knees fall. It's like all the time. No, 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 because no, I'm homeless. Jesus. Then they want to, when I get into the emergency room, then they want to put me in a wheelchair and stuff like that. And I'm saying, when I get out of here, and then when I was sleeping on the porch at night, Am I going to chain the wheelchair to my leg then? Or how am I going to keep it from somebody not just stealing it? And it's not handy with a wheelchair when I can't use my hands and arms like a lot of people in wheelchairs do. They use their arms for the wheels, right? I can't do any of that. I have no idea how much longer these batteries are going to last. I'm just saying. So hopefully, I have been prescribed a wheelchair, and they want me to get in it because of the falls, but I don't want to be in a wheelchair because of my arms, and it's just not convenient. I want to keep as long as I can keep walking, then I feel better because I have to keep moving my muscles with the osteoarthritis. Otherwise, I stiffen up and everything becomes more painful. So that's why we got interrupted now when we keep calling for this doctor that we're not getting a hold of. So I just wanted to say, because you asked how she helps me with my balance, but I also go for in the morning and at night. I have to, just to keep my sanity and to survive with the pain. I have to walk for 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour at night. And then I do that with the help of the service animal, because otherwise I wouldn't get out with a walker or anything on my own like that and get that type of physical therapy that is needed. And then many hours of yoga, many hours of meditation on top of that, many hours of just like uh, different kind of stretching, that just to manage the pain, because I don't want to be doped up on all the gazillions of pills that I've been prescribed that I'm not taking. No, usually when I have my cramps, my period cramps, then I have to take just like ibuprofen. But otherwise, my if I would take any strong pain medication that's muscle relaxing, like this place where I'm in now, they put me on the second floor. So I have to walk in stairs every day, and that's like really, really dangerous if I would be on pain medication. And also, I feel like I have to be, I don't want to be on any kind of influence of any kind of anything when there's so much violence around and everything. Mm-hmm. Yes, 50. I have a leash that is also like a belt that goes around my back brace, so that if I would trip, then normally you try to catch yourself with your hands and then you can lose the leash, but then the leash is tied on to my belt at all times. Yeah, all the time. Otherwise, I can't walk because it feels like I'm gonna break into. I have to keep it together, keep it straight, you know. It was prescribed by Dr. Angelo in 2015 or maybe, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I have PTSD because of multiple trauma, and that's like accidents and people dying and like lots and lots of violence, but not coming from me. And it's not mental health problems because I've drained myself in booze or I've done a lot of drugs over the years. That's not my case. Everything is just trauma. So, uh, it's really annoying because I know it's just in my head, but I can't stop the panic attack and I can't stop the heart when it starts racing. Not all the time. I have a lot of tools that I've gotten from Scott Telford and stuff, and then we've been working together for so long, so many years now. So I can kind of like hear him in my head, that, you know, the things that I'm supposed to think about and to alter my way of thinking and stuff like that when I become panic attacks and stuff like that. It depends on the surroundings, but right here, when they come and knock on the door, when I still had my apartment back in Hawthorne and I had two service dogs back then, they are both dead now, and they could still have been alive if I had gotten the help that I needed. So if I hadn't been sick, but you know, that's all. What if, you know, like here we are now. Okay, so um, then the cops came to the wrong apartment and busted the door open with the guns on my dogs, and I could move fast enough. I did move fast enough to protect my dogs, but that was just luck because I was that was like 8 months after I was injured in 2000. Well, it's been years ago anyway. So, so they went to the wrong apartment. So when somebody is knocking on the door, and I know this is ridiculous, but then my heart races and I can't breathe, and it can be hours before I can calm down, and then I don't know if it's a panic attack or a heart attack because I did have a heart attack, and then that's on EKG records or whatever that I did have a heart attack in 2017 in October. So then that whole fear comes in. It's like, what is this now? Is it one or the other? And then you don't want to call 911 because if it's a panic attack, then that's usually over by the time you get in to talk to a doctor after you've been sitting in the emergency room for like 6 hours or something, you know. So it happens maybe 2 or 3 times a day, which is much less than it has been. I'm doing much better now. that I have such difficulty mobilizing. No, I didn't hear because it was a like a fire department. I couldn't hear what you said. Yeah, okay, yes. I feel that it's important that the orthopedic doctor there has the MRI from December 24, 2015, and not the shoulder X-ray, because that's not going to show a spine, because I don't have my spine in my shoulder. So that's important. And then that I'm in a facility now for people with severe mental health issues, but still, Social Security Administration is like, no, she's not disabled. So then also I have reduced function. I've already talked about that with my hands and my left arm and stuff like that. And yeah, my muscles and tendons in my left arms have pretty much been shredded and haven't healed back properly, so I can't grasp really and hold on to stuff with my left hand, and not really. It's hard to open doors with a key and key locks and stuff like that, and typing, everything. It just hurts a lot. So I have gloves on usually. I'm right-handed, so I've brushed pretty much all my fingers in the left hand, but in the right hand, I've only crushed two of them. So the right hand is not as badly damaged as the left. Well, I wasn't depressed before. That's something new. So that's why I'm in this facility now, like I said. And then also because I was forced, because otherwise they would take my dog away and put me in jail for a few days. And then you're back in the street. And then it goes in a circle like that, just so everybody has something to do. I didn't hear what the refusal was. What was I refusing that you said? It was an doctors recommended it, and then it was somebody that's sitting in an office that stepped in and said that I wasn't sick enough. So then I had a heart attack. It was it was in July, and then in October I had a heart attack. Because that's when I was recovering from my accident when my arm was shredded. And uh, I'm getting really, really angry now, so I can't sit and listen to this anymore because he's like talking about my life and sitting there talking about this and that, and it's like, and I'm in so much pain right now, and it's just ridiculous. I can't sit and hear this. Yeah, this is my life, and since 2011, I've just been trying to survive the best I can and not been getting any help, just humiliation and oh, I can't even say the words from Social Security. So then just to sit and listen to this now, it's just like, okay, I'm refusing this and that, and then based and taken out of context, this, that, and the other. So it's, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this now. It's pissing me off really much, and that's not going to help. Yeah, but can't you guys call each other some other time? Do I have to sit and waste more seconds of my life of people sitting bullshitting about my life when I've lost everybody, everything? Yes. No, I'm just like, I don't know how you guys can live with yourself and not feel ashamed. Like, here you have been working for this commissioner that's just been putting office to disqualify people that are in, really in need of help and stuff like that. And then you're still continuing. I have no respect. I just can't sit here and fake some respect when it's just so shameful and despicable. And then I heard about this Andrew Saul now that I already won the court case against. I heard that he's Jewish and I am too. And that's just like, where is this world going? I'm not saying that every Jewish person is a saint or anything, but that kind of behavior is just so totally against the fundamental values of any kind of religion, I think. So, on any kind of moral moral standards anywhere. So, mhm, expert of the shoulder X-ray or of the MRI of the spine. So you don't have the MRI then? Yeah, but now we're talking about the. Now we're not talking about the MRI. Now we're talking about the shoulder X-ray again. So he's sitting doing the same long evaluation that the other one did last time. So it's just a waste of time. If you don't submit the MRI that I did specifically because Elizabeth Lishner, the judge, asked for that way back, and then I went and did that. That showed everything. If you're not gonna give that evidence to the people that are supposed to evaluate, then there's no point because I don't have a spine in my shoulder. So this is just yada yada right now. Because if you don't give the full, if you only give a piece of the cake, how are they gonna evaluate them? There's no point if you don't see the whole story. So you go ahead and look at a shoulder X-ray, for instance, and look at the spine, or you don't submit or take into consideration what my treating physicians say or anything like that. So it's like you can make up whatever it is like you want to say, and then you have these medical experts to back it up for you and then twist it up a little bit more. And then I'm not getting any benefit. So I have to keep sitting here and just go through, and I'm not even getting humiliated anymore. I really don't care, but I would like to have spent this. It's been an hour now. I wouldn't have liked to have this experience because this is an hour of my life that I'm never going to get back, and it's survival 24/7 for me. I'm very very grateful for my life, but um, just the way with the social security, that's just like I don't have any respect anymore. That's why it's like really, yeah, you guys are so ridiculous. How can you? Yeah, but you've still worked under Andrew Sol and this commission that was set up by Trump. So how are you going to do good for the people in any kind of way? Mhm. If the vocational expert, if we're gonna crush the bones in her left arm and then have somebody sit and stab her with an ice pick in her lower back while she's sitting there talking about the dots and all the jobs that I can perform, then she can do it. But otherwise, these these vocational misfits, I really don't care to hear it. I hope that COVID takes out all of them because they're just like despicable. So I don't have time for that. So if I can get off the line now and then you can sit and waste the rest of your life with this crap. Because whatever job she says, you can sit there at a conveyor belt and do a job with one hand that's reduced capacity and while you're in pain. So go ahead and make up all those jobs, but I can't do any of them anyway, so I'm fine the way it is. So thank you, Judge, for taking up your valuable time to listen to my case today. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just want to say that the doctor, my orthopedic doctor Theophil, she's the one that helped me get my service dog now and stuff like that. And it's just I have a lot of good people around me. Thank God for that. But all of you all should really just be ashamed of yourself and make COVID take you on, pretty much, because then the world would stand a chance to be a better place. So that's all for us. Goodbye.